Hey, welcome back. It's Cavallo from datingfire.com and datingadviceguru.com. Yeah, same guy. You ever felt like you made a really big mistake with a guy and now he seems like he's cooled off, he's a little bit more distant? Well, this happens a lot, especially from what I see from the women who write me emails every single day about this, and that's a common problem. And I also coach women about this directly, so you might find that you're panicking a little bit if you're in that situation, right? You're unsure if you might be losing him, if he's pulling away from you, or you might have already lost him and lost his interest. Well, that's what I'm going to help you with today. I'm going to help you understand this perplexing situation today. And before we roll on with the show, make sure you do the big three. Number one, like and subscribe if you like this stuff. You want to get more of it. Make sure you turn on the notifications little button next to the subscribe button. And if you have any questions or you want to suggest a video, leave that in the comment section below. One of the surprising things about guys is that you don't have to do anything particularly special to win them over. Not really. But one of the most important things that will actually put your relationship at risk is to not make the obvious mistakes. So let's jump into some of these right now. What are some of the things that women do when she feels like she's losing him or he's starting to pull distant? And these are mistakes you're making, so you want to make sure to correct these. Number one mistake is panicking. And of course, any kind of separation feels scary, right? It's a disconnection. And that goes against a woman's natural mode of being. You just don't do that. It triggers an emotional panic in you. So you have to have a method to soothe and control your reaction to the situation. Nothing is over yet. Number one, nothing is over yet. So remember that. This is going to help cool off the panic vibe. And making a huge jump of emotional reasoning, like he's instantly going to be leaving you, could throw you into panic mode and actually make things worse. Number two is that past patterns might get repeated. Look back on your past of reacting to relationships. Do you see patterns in your responses? How you repeat certain patterns and cycles? What do you do when you see a pattern repeat? Do you get new information to fix it? Or do you push it aside and then try and bulldog and figure it out on your own? Every mistake, every repeated mistake is a call for new information. It's an opportunity for you to grow and get better. And hey, that's why I'm here. Panic makes you insecure and needy. Panic puts you in chase mode, and panic makes you overreact. Besides, panic is also a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you panic and you jump right in there and try and save it, you could actually mess up something, and you probably will, especially if you know the real reasons why men pull away. Space is actually good if you know how to use it. Most women don't, which is why they fail with men, and that's why I'm here. Mistake number two that you make is self-blame and fear. You immediately assume it was you. It was something you did, something you are, or something you aren't. Maybe you're not smart enough, you're older, or you're brunette, or you're blonde, or whatever. Even if that thing is true, focusing on it puts you in a very unstable place of not knowing what is really true. Don't do that. Mistake number four is you over-apologize and then take all the blame. This is what usually happens right after that self-blaming I was just talking about. Only now you reach out to him and you start begging, please, oh please, oh please, come back, please, please. You see how pathetic that looked, right? That was pretty pathetic. Very bad. It's a very bad thing to do. You can actually, the best strategy you can have is to have a friend that can help talk you down from the ledge. That's what I call it anyways. That talks you down from doing something crazy in a moment of weakness. Don't do it. Mistake number five is to shut down your emotions. You start to pretend that it's over in advance, right? You start getting ready, bracing yourself. Oh boy, here it comes. I'm going to get ready. Protect yourself. You're trying to protect yourself basically by shutting down and being unavailable. Just tell me right now if this is going to work out so that I can avoid the possible future pain. It's an instinctive protection mode that you get into when you feel vulnerable. You might even go into denial, pretending it's not happening, or you might pretend that it's already over so you can hurry up and just start getting over him. This process actually turns into a very unhealthy reflex later on, later in life, and if you do this enough times, you might not even notice it after a while, because here's the big deal. You can't see the future. Life is risk, and so are relationships. Someone I'm coaching right now, I had to tell, you know what, give yourself a rest. Then we can come up with a rhythm and a plan for going at this in a healthy way. Don't let yourself get to the point where you burn out and you start pushing men away like this. The older you get, the less you look at these automatic responses, and they can actually sneak up and really catch you off guard. You don't want to go on autopilot. Stay in touch with your emotions. They are trying to teach you something. Don't wallow in them senselessly, just floating in a tank of depression. That doesn't work either. But like Alan Watts, the fantastic philosopher, said, after you get the message, hang up the phone. Meaning once you get the meaning, it's time to move on. Be alert to what these messages are trying to tell you. Emotions are like idiot lights on the dashboard of life, like a car. They tell you when something's going wrong. Pay attention. Mistake number 6 is ultimatums and threats. Don't do this one. This is, again, another fear response. To protect yourself, you might be the strong personality type that wants to get in control again. You want to get control by what? That's right. You make an ultimatum or a threat to the relationship. You send him an ultimatum that he just better get with the program, Buster. You overprotect your boundary and you look like a B word, as my kids say. Look, buddy, my time's precious, so if you're not going to work on this, maybe we should stop seeing each other. And then what happens? He agrees, and then you're like, oh my God, I didn't expect him to call my bluff, and then you scramble to try and win him back. Don't get inflexible and don't be a B word. Finally, mistake number 7 is overreaching and overreacting to pull him back. You might confess all of your feelings for him. You might tell him all about the plans you had for him in the future. You might even feel yourself riding a wild emotional roller coaster. I love you. I hate you. I love you. I hate you. If you're doing this, you're going to lose all of your power. You're also going to freak him out a little bit. It's going to seem a little bit crazy, or you might freak him out a lot. You see, most women don't know about what I call the perfect balance that they can get to make men more responsive. This balancing point is very easy to achieve. You see, men are actually a lot more intuitive than you might know. I know, we don't want to give guys credit for this, but guys are actually pretty intuitive. But this comes from the fact that most guys are actually pretty dumb when it comes to their emotions and knowing what's going on inside of them. You see, we don't want to let guys let this get to their heads, but they actually make subconscious choices when it comes to relationships. They can't understand their emotions as well as women do, so they use some very automatic programs. Now, the cool part about this is you can hack those programs. Yes, just like hackers in movies do. But this would be actually for good reasons, the right reasons. Think of it as like you're hacking a man's emotional mind. You're trying to get to a win-win. A win-win is where you both get the love you want and deserve, right? That's all you got to get. Look, the best way to do this is to get on the path of more understanding and better understanding of men. That's what I teach in my newsletter and my videos, and I keep some of this stuff a little bit under wraps. So you're going to want to get it, and the way to get it, the best way to get it, is to start with my free ebook. Of course, go on over to datingfire.com/free book. That's datingfire.com/free book. While you're there, you just put in your email address, go there, get the book. I'll put you on my VIP newsletter, which is free. It's actually free. It's funny, I get a lot of emails from women saying, hey, how much is this costing me? It's free. Okay, it's free. Just go get it, because I'm going to give you not only that, I'll give you some free audios and videos and more great stuff to put you on the path to this understanding and a little bit of the tricks to hacking into a man's mind. Remember, this is the good stuff. This is the good kind of hacking that we're going to help him past his own limitations and his own stinking thinking, as they say. So go on over and do it. That's datingfire.com/free book. And before you run away, make sure you do the big 3. Like and subscribe. This is awesome stuff. You made it this far. Before you run on to another Carlos video, make sure you do that. And of course, turn on notifications, that little bell indicator or whatever button they've got next to the subscribe button, so you know when the next one comes out. And if you have a question or you want to suggest a video, down in the comment section below. Hey, it's Carlos Cavallo from datingfire.com and datingadviceguru.com. It's been great talking to you. I'll see you in the next video. As always, live and love with passion.